Hi everybody, welcome to the Bitcoin session, January 11th, 2025. So, the pink box, if you're new to this, it's the short-term playground zone. It can extend further, so I'll do it right now if it doesn't fall below the support line. So, before we get to the detail in terms of this daily chart and also the Wyckoff in the weekly chart, let me quickly go through the disclaimer. This is for educational research purpose only and not financial advice. Please always consult your local licensed professionals for proper consultation. Let's begin. So, daily chart. Earlier this week, very exciting, we had a breakout, but it only lasted for a day before returning to almost around the mid-section of this long-term play or short-term playground zone, this pink box. So if you have been following, and you'll notice that's 1, 2, 1 down, 2 up, 3 down, 4 up, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 5 tips and 4. This is the 5th where we are at, or we just passed. 5 ups, 5 downs. Well, if you're trading sideways, both long and short, then you have since, well, it is mid-November till now, somewhere around mid-Jan, for 2 months, you have been making probably around 10 trades, 10 successful trades from the 90,000 level to 100,000 level. So congratulations if you have been practicing this and maintaining your take profit and stop loss consistently. In terms of volume, they are staying pretty much the same. So it seems like this horizontal trend may have a chance to last a little bit longer. That's roughly how it looks like for now, at least for the last 5 to 6 days. So right now it's weekend and it seems like everybody is taking a break. Let's see what will happen tomorrow and Monday, whether it will go up again, because there's not much particular pattern in terms of these few days candlesticks. It's arguably a little bit of pennant, but it's not obvious. It's only 4 days. It's not very reliable, I would say. So let's go to the weekly chart and look at Wyckoff. So in terms of this, here we can see from the up first coming down, the blue scenario. If you have been to these sessions before, you know I've been talking about 2 scenarios for the Wyckoff pattern. One is the blue scenario, the other is the yellow. So I was referring to the blue scenario just now. So for the blue scenario, right now we are kind of seeing a little support around here, around 95,000 roughly, 94 something, 95. And if it stays the same, it may trade sideways for a little bit longer, but one thing we have to look at is the volume bars. Well, we can see it's kind of obvious. The green one is quite short compared to the red ones. So whenever there are a drop, or there are drops in prices, they are roughly higher than the green one. So that's not a good sign if you are looking bullish. but at least this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks looks like a pretty solid support at this level. So like I said, it may trade sideways for a little longer. Last time it didn't last that long, only, well, at the peak of upthrust, from that point onwards it lasted only for a week, and then it returns quickly and pause at a level where the buying climax and the secondary test was for the last cycle. So this short candlestick right over there. So this time, if it really comes down, the major difference is we have a very crazy upthrust. So these two, or even including this, there's not much overlap or in terms of trading activities or in terms of candlesticks. So everyone jumped right above the other. So the close, or actually the open of the new one. So here the first one, when it opened, it was right above the previous candle. Likewise for this one and this one. So this is the thing that I was saying, quite different from last time. Last time the upthrust, I say from here, this one, because the first one was pretty much within the secondary test zone. This one went above, and then the second one, and then a pause further up. So 1, 2, a pause, and then another 2 up. So 2 up, 2 pause, 2 up before it came down. This time 3 up, 1 pause, 2 up, and then it started to came down 3 weeks back. So compared to the earlier one, it's kind of normal that it's trying to, the price is trying to stay a little bit longer at this higher level. If it really comes down back to the point that we touched on, the buying climax and secondary test, like last time, when it took a pause here, that was the level for us. This time is roughly around this level, so way lower compared to the peak. So it's around 70,000. So last time from this line to the upthrust, it was about 12%. You see this number here in the blue box. This time it's almost 50%. Well, that incidentally, or is it a coincidence? 50% is near the Fibonacci ratio, one of the key ratios. So 50% drop from the peak to the price level around 70,000, and then another level, I would say, if we see sufficient number of candlesticks, that would be here. That's the second support level at around mid 62,000. So whether this first phase would come down to here, and then the second phase may be bouncing a little. So last time, similarly, support over here, and then a little bit of bouncing, or you can also include this as well. So it's pretty much referring to the previous candlesticks right here. So if I extend this line to here, that's when there was around 8 weeks of trading activity over here between the two last point of supports. And this time around, if we want to draw a line, because the preliminary supply is having a little bit of gap from the signs of weakness at here around mid 50,000. The PSY, if we take the middle, that's about 42,000. So this is quite a bit of a gap. So around 25% from this to this, and from the buying climax to the signs of weakness, that's 20%. So the first one, 50% from the upthrust top to the first yellow line, and then another 20% here, and then further to the PSY level. So once it gets to the PSY level, it's very close to the white box, the long-term playground zone already. Whether it would happen this way, so like this, and then coming further down, hovering around here like last time, remember this part, and then finally phase 4 naturally returns to the white zone. If there's no particularly bad news, it may stay on the top of the top half, I would say, of the long-term playground zone. Let me unlock this and extend this further. If there's really bad news or people are really panicking, it may go down to the lower part of the zone, or maybe a little bit lower as well. So it can evolve this way. Last time or past 2-3 weeks, I already talked about comparing the time it took last time from the upthrust to when it returns to the zone. It was 203 days. This time, roughly 203 would be very sharp drop if it's mid of this year. If it's by any chance close to what I have drawn, it would take around 500 days from the peak to when it enters the zone. That's roughly about mid-May next year. So let's see how it evolves. We have this video we can reference back if it really happens this way. I'm obviously randomly drawing the lines, not that I can foresee or I'm prophesizing that it would happen this way. So that's all from Bitcoin for this time.